Okay, science, control and coordination. In all living things, they move, they do a lot of activities which are called life processes. It includes growth, it includes respiration, excretion, and many other types of processes which help uh, in movement, life processes. Okay. Now, what controls these processes in animals and plants? There must be some control center which controls all these things and coordinates all the activities. When you are breathing, your muscles start moving. When you are eating, your hormones start secreting. A lot of other things are happening at a time. Like when you're exercising, you're jumping, your legs are moving, your hands are moving. Okay, something is there which controls all these life processes in all living things. Okay, there are processes in animals and plants. It is uh, suggested or it is assumed that plants do not control things. I mean, they cannot, they don't have brains. Okay, so they have a different way of controlling their movement or their life processes. And animals also have a different method of controlling their life process. Now, what really starts uh, with a process? There is a thing like stimulus. You have a stimulus, meaning you have something that you see or hear, and that is conveyed to your brain, or you taste something, and you touch something, maybe touch a hot thing, and or a cold thing, or if you taste something bitter, your brain tells you that this is bitter. Okay, so it reaches your brain, and the brain signals you uh, to say that this is bitter and this is a thing that you don't like. So there are stimuluses in many of your uh, sensory processes. As I said, like eyes, ears, uh, taste, various other senses that you have. Now, in animals, they have a nervous system, okay, and the senses, whatever you have sensed, that you have a stimulus from something that you have touched, it is signaled to your brain through a nervous system. The nervous system is in different categories, and your brain tells you, as I said, it gives you a response. But every single stimulus does not go to the brain. There are something like when you touch a very hot thing. If the thing goes into your brain and comes back, it takes a lot of time. So there is a thing like reflex action, voluntary, it immediately happens. Then we study about the human brain. Okay, all these, uh, especially the nervous system, parts of the brain which controls your life processes, and then we also study about the actions. Who does the action? Physical action is done by what? Okay, we will also talk about animal hormones, secretion for digestion and other life processes, and this is also controlled at the brain. And the third part would be movement or coordination in plants. This would depend on mainly on two factors, dependent on growth and independent of growth. So this will be our basic chapter. Okay, so we have seen introduction. Now let us see animal nervous system. From the nerve cell, the stimulus is transferred via a chemical reaction to the brain, and the chemical reaction becomes an electrical impulse and again to chemical reactions, and this is how through various systems, nervous systems and parts of the nervous systems, the stimulus reaches the brain, and the brain again sends a command to the nervous cells and via the muscle. So this is one type of animal nervous system. The other is reflex action. Like suppose you touch hot objects or you see a flash of light. When you touch a hot object, your muscles, your finger muscles, or whichever part it is touched, that muscle suddenly gives a command, and it removes itself from the hot object. Okay, it doesn't go to the brain and all. And let's say you see a flash of light and you close your eyes suddenly. So it is more of an involuntary kind of action, which is called a reflex action. We know that the thing that controls and coordinates all these activities is the human brain, where you have the central nervous system, which is the brain and the spinal cord, where all the nerves, the main nerves are going. And you also have a peripheral nervous system, which from the spinal cord, there is a system of nerves which goes and connects all the muscles and other tissues. And there are also different parts of the brain, the main brain and the left brain, the right brain, and the small brain, like cerebrum and cerebellum and the medulla oblongata. There are several parts of the brain which have different functions for the different stimulus, different life processes. Okay, and we could also study about the protection. What protects all these very, very thin nerves and such important computer in our body. There is a strong skull, a bony skull, which protects all these things from damage. And we should also know that the main actions are done by muscle tissue. The others are used to give commands and send back the commands, but the actual movement of removing your hand or to focusing something on your focusing something in the distance and various things, various activities are done by muscle tissues. Okay, now let us talk about the animal hormones. There are different types of hormones which secrete and is used to used to do a lot of activities like digestion and various other activities. These secretions, these hormones come from endocrine glands, which are part of your body. There are some glands which are common in both males and females, but there are some which are different. We have an adrenaline hormones which controls the youth in you. You know, if you need to take a little risk from somewhere, you need to go to adventure, you know, you will have this adrenaline secretion, and this is what really makes you young and adventurous. You have thyroxine and other endocrine glands secretions. This is about animals. Now let's talk about plants, movement and coordination in plants. We know that mainly there are two things, like dependent on growth and independent of growth. Dependent on growth of a plant is geotropic. Like suppose you put a seed into the ground, then the roots, they go inside the ground, and the leaves and the stem go outside the ground. I mean, this is controlled by the plant, and they are called geotropic negative and geotropic positive movements, and they depend on the growth of the plant. We also have plant hormones which control or help in controlling many actions, like auxins, cytokines, gibberellins, and acetic acid. So these are the plant hormones. We had talked about animal hormones, and these are plant hormones. There are some movements and some coordinations independent of growth. They do not depend on growth. Like an immediate response from cell to cell. You have touch me not plant. If you touch it anywhere, the plants will start, the leaves will start closing down. Okay. And how does that happen? There is a transmission from cell to cell. You know, from one cell to another cell, it starts growing, and practically the entire plant is given that command. And if you touch somewhere else, then that sense or that stimulus goes from one cell to another cell, and any other part of this plant, and there is movement in the plant. And what is the movement? Contraction of tissues or swelling of tissues. Like if contraction of tissues, then these leaves start contracting, and we think that it is the leaves are closed down, and the swelling is that the leaves again bloom. So these are the different types of movement independent of growth. So this is in all science control and coordination of both animals and plants.